Yo, what is up guys? It is your boy here, Clash with Wolf, and in today's video I will be showing you guys the top 5 snipers in Pixel Gun 3D.
Multi-kill.
Now the reason why the Demon Catcher is placed at number 5 is because it has its pros and cons. So I'm just gonna start with the good things, which are the pros. The weapon is 1 to 2 shots, so that means that if you have good modules and you have them on your Demon Catcher, you will probably be able to kill the enemy by shooting them once or twice. It also has a very strong burning ability, so sometimes if the enemy does not have a good armor, it will just one-shot him and he will burn to death. Now the bad thing about this gun is the shots, the bullets, they are really slow. So the enemy does have a time where he can, run away from the bullet, if that makes any sense. So yeah, the bullet has a really slow traveling time, which makes the gun a little bit trash, since the enemies can see the bullets and they can just dodge it. One more thing that I dislike about this gun is its mobility speed. It really makes the person playing with it slow down, so you always have to switch from your sniper to your melee weapon when you are using the Demon Catcher. The final thing that I don't like about this gun is that you cannot 3-cat spam with it. The delay is fixed. You cannot 3-cat spam with it, and that is really disappointing to some of the people. But yeah, on to number 4.
Boy!
Bye, have a great time.
Oh my god!
Doing the people.
The reason why the Bow Soul card is placed at number 4 is because it has its own pros and cons, like every other gun in the game. The pros of this gun is it have a really good damage when it's fully charged. It can also shoot through the walls, so it will be easier for you to kill your enemy even though he's hiding behind a wall. There is no magazine that you have to reload every other, for example 10 shots. So yeah, it does have bullets. It's not unlimited, but you don't have to reload it, which is really cool. The cons of this weapons, the bad things, is when you want to charge the gun, it takes a lot of time. It also does really little damage if it's not fully charged. You can also not jump when you are charging the gun, which makes it really unfair because people will be able to shoot you with a heavy weapon or an area damage weapon while you're trying to charge your weapon. So yeah, on to number 3.
A little
Smash it, Birmingham, if you want the fucking brawl. Come down, smash it, that's for Danny G. I'll come out of the house, and I'll break your fucking legs.
Like every other weapon, the Digital Sunrise has its own pros and cons, but as we go higher on the list, the less cons we are going to see. So this gun has a really good damage. I think it's one shot, sometimes two shots. It depends on the modules you are using, but if you are using the best modules, you will get a one shot no matter how overpowered the armor of the enemy is. It also has a really good mobility, so you will be able to move fast while you have it in your hand, so you don't have to switch to your melee weapon, although it is faster if you switch to your melee weapon. It also has a really good capacity. As you can see on the screen right now, you don't really run out of bullets that often, so you should not worry about how many bullets you are using. Now for the cons, there are not that many cons, but it has a delay, so you cannot use it for 3-cat spam, and if you don't have good modules, you will not be able to one-shot anyone. It will be 2 shots. So yeah, that was the Digital Sunrise, and on to number 2.
Like the nasty white girls like this coat up my ass. You're trying to go through me for spot number 1, but you're India, you lose. So best think you haven't won. In Adidas with some short T-O-O over me. My green is where it's supposed to be. Your green is in my grocery.
Birmingham, if you want the fucking brawl. Come down. Smash it, that's for Danny G. I'll come out of the house, and I'll break your fucking leg, you little prick. I don't kill you. Back off.
So yeah guys, that was the Portalium rifle, and I don't think that words can describe how good this gun actually is. So I am just going to skip the part where I say what's good about this gun, because everything about this gun is good and overpowered, except for 2 things, which are the mobility. So you are going to run slower when you have this in your hands, and you cannot use this gun in the sniper forts. So you cannot dominate everyone you know, in that map where you can only use snipers. And let's go ahead and go to number 1. Now the number 1 gun, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys knew this probably from the thumbnail, or you just know it because it's, you know, the best sniper in the game. I am sorry if I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but I think it's called the Morgana or something. I don't really know. I'm really sorry if I say it wrong. The picture of the gun is on the screen right now, so if you guys don't understand what I'm saying, you can just look at the picture. So yeah guys, it's the best sniper in the game, and it does not have any cons. Like, there is nothing wrong about this gun. You have almost unlimited ammo. You should not worry about your ammunition while you're playing with the Morgana. You don't have to worry about one-shotting people, because if you hit them in the leg or head, it's going to one-shot. You know, the better modules you have, the more damage you are going to make, but either way it's one shot. The mobility is fine, you can just have it in your hand. And I've heard a lot of people that are saying that this is one of the guns that the developers should nerf, and this is why I'm not putting any memes for this sniper, because as I just said, the developers should nerf it. It's not a funny matter, it's actually pretty serious, because people are getting their ass kicked with this sniper. It's one of the best overpowered snipers in the game. So what the developers can make is reduce the damage, because the damage that this sniper makes is out of this world. This should not exist. It also has one of the best crosshairs, so maybe if the developers want to nerf this gun, they can maybe make the crosshair a little bit shittier. Even though it's a downgrade, it's still upgrading the weapon, so it's not that unfair for the people who doesn't have it. So yeah guys, before the video ends, I just want to say big shout out to Aztec Zombie for providing all of these footages that I would never have gotten my hands on because I don't have that many snipers. And big shout out to Niko for telling me what each sniper is good at and bad at. So yeah, big shout out to him. And the last shout out is to AgilityArc Prime. He sent me a lot of screenshots, which I appreciate. So yeah, that was it for today's video guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and peace.
Baby, what you wishing for? Maybe you should wish it more. Maybe the